I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No one has any discussion or corrections. We'll need approval of minutes from December 1st. Motion to approve is made. Second. All in favor? Department heads. Todd, you good?
We're just trying to wrap up the 40-hour pre-basic. We've done a couple days. We had thought picking up evidence in Minneapolis. In case we got this. We're pretty busy.
Alright.
No, I mean, things this time.
Alrighty. Let's see. Resolutions. We'll go to resolution 2025-18. John Python, use pay time off.
It's pretty self-explanatory, guys. Because I want it to come out of this year's budget. Yeah.
There's no discussion on the motion to accept that.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2025-18.
Second. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Alright, looking at 2025-19 out of category budget transfers.
As of this afternoon, this is the final numbers. In category budget transfers, I can do myself without having to go to you guys. Out of category, I have to go to you guys. Basically, we're cleaning up. I mean, we have the money, but it's just in different places. We need to move it. Some of you will see a lot with the health insurance. We had a lot of what I call health reimbursement agreement payouts this year. Plus, Anthem always takes out our January premiums the month before. So I had to try and accommodate health insurance premiums coming out earlier than what I want, but I have no choice when that comes out. So basically, this will just clean us up for the final weeks of the year.
Need a motion on that if you guys are good.
And some of these are also the ones towards the end are more the cleanup of the capital asset and the supply stuff that rather than going and voiding all the transactions and redoing them, it's just easier to just transfer money.
believe so.
Basically, that's just a move I had to make because it wasn't considered a capital asset, so I had to move that.
Make a motion.
I hate to say it, guys, but we gotta do it. I can't have appropriations in the red.
We'll make the motion to approve resolution 2025-19.
Second. All in favor? All right, the last one is resolution 2025-20 modification council.
Okay, so the Fair Labor Standards Act has changed how we deal with comp time. Basically what we would do is we would have a bank and they could use, employees can use it for their, if they need extra time off or anything, and they might be out of sick time or they may be out of their regular PTO vacation time stuff. So it has come to where they said that the employees can now cash in their overtime. So what you have is the changes to allow that in the employee handbook, and those modifications that you see as far as like the utility employees, how I have to figure their buyout, and then my girls in my office, they do comp time as well, but they would only get straight time because they don't work over 40 hours a week. So it's just straight time, but they have to request it in forms. They have to, they can only do it 4 times a year, the first pay of the quarter, because I'm allowed to set how I want this done according to them. So for instance, the first payroll of the quarter, let's say Matt comes to me and says, I'd like to cash in 2 hours of comp time. I can do that, and we have a specific form, which you guys have seen as Exhibit C, how that'll all be taken care of. That is now the new policy from FLSA.
So handbook change because the laws changed.
Yep.
So Melissa, do you keep a database on who has what comp time
Mm-hmm.
on the books?
Yep. And it's on their paychecks. I have to put on their paychecks too. So they know. It's their responsibility to make sure that their comp time is quoted as presented. Matt tracks it, so does Whitney. And then Whitney tracks everybody else's, and I usually watch it myself too.
And police are overtime only, they're not
Right.
comp.
No. Because it's too hard because they don't do, how do I say, time cards. So I can't give you definitive, unless we go to Jenny every time they come on shift, go off shift. We had this discussion many years ago with the first board I was here, and we decided that we would just do the overtime because it was just too hard to sit there and do that. It was just nearly impossible with you guys. So just straight overtime payout.
If there's no further discussion, we'll need a motion.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2025-20.
Do you have a second? Second.
All in favor? moving on to miscellaneous business, revision of the introductory paragraph for township fire protection agreement.
Okay, I left you guys a note in there why there was a request to be made. We had one of the trustees had issue with that wording. It's neither here nor there, but I did talk to Jim and he said, yes, go ahead and take it out. So I did take out the Center Township Fire Department. It's a long technical thing, so without me going into it too heavily, but Jim said it's okay if we go ahead and take that back. So what I want you guys to do is to make a motion to have that taken out. That way you guys are aware of it, and then I can let him know and send him the updated version of the agreement. Without having, because I've already got trustees that have come in and signed, so he's the only one that had issue with that wording.
So this technicality with it being Center Township Fire Department, who is that listed as Center Township Fire Department?
See, so technically, because you guys are based in Center Township, this is where your physical address is,
Okay,
Center
I'll get
Township.
that.
Okay. Then, so for instance, yours with dealing with this State Board of Accounts thing that I've been dealing with now for a couple of years over this whole deal. For instance, if you guys, as the fire department, would have gone independent, your property tax that you get for Cume Fire, if you guys would have gone independent, it would have had to go to Matt. Matt would have been responsible for the disbursement of those funds as a trustee. Okay, so and like I said, Jim wrote all this originally in the introduction. Like I said, we had it with you guys now becoming town employees. We had one of our trustees was not agreeable to that wording anymore. So I talked to Jim and he said, just go ahead and take it out.
So basically, it's a fiscal thing with the state in the name.
Technically, but like I said, Jim put it in there for a reason the first time. But when I went to go ask him about it, and what he thought, he said, just go ahead and take it out. If it's going to be an issue, it's okay to take it out.
I don't care either way. I've been in the fire industry. I look at this. I've looked at Liberty a lot. And
Right.
There's nothing at the state level that's listed in that.
No, there's not. But like I said, because you're, I guess, technically in Center Township as your physical address. Yeah, just to take out the center.
Is there no further need a motion to take Center Township out of that wording?
I'll make a motion to take Center Township out of the word.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? And then we move on to Neighborhood Center, street closure request. It looks like the same thing we've been doing here recently with the fire case. We also need a motion to accept the street closure, which you have time to look at.
think in situations like this, they can be more specific on what they want closed.
Thank you. I think they did a wonderful job explaining the event, but there's
Yeah, that's
zero
all it does.
explanation
They're not
other
saying what
than
they want closed.
same as the elf run.
I think we
Yeah.
kind of talked about this at the last meeting. Is we all need to come up. I included Matt. And Todd was here, but I talked to Matt about it. And we need to come up with, because these 5Ks become popular, what we would close, and then they're kind of responsible for handling some of the traffic at the smaller intersections. Right. I think we need to come up with standards for that probably, because they're.
I can understand them wanting to close off Union Street, because that's where it's gonna start, that's where it's gonna stop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic, involved in that, but it's hard to close off everything,
Yeah.
yeah, let's, shut off the traffic at the city limits and let it go. You know, if that's
Yeah,
the
I mean, I
case.
think that's why we need to put it. I think we've talked about it in the past too, as far as liability. But the event coordinators need to have people working some of these intersections to direct some of the traffic when runners are coming through and when they're not coming through. And I think the town steps in and helps with the bigger intersections that might be a big safety concern.
I will say this last one, it was bad because they did not pick up none of the road close stuff though, because it was still after 9 o'clock and College Corner Avenue was still closed. We had people driving up and around in the road barrier. I'm not sure if the police ended up moving it later. I know when I come into town that night, it was late, 9:30, and College Corner Avenue was still closed.
Yeah.
So, it makes that kind of tough when they got these roads, and I think same with Market out here, they're not putting that stuff. So I don't know if it goes back to an issue like Jeff had talked about before, where we need to look at it to where it's not that I really want to do it, trust me, but is it going to be something where the town needs to go out, put this stuff out, close it for them, and then unclose the situation, but they get billed for the overtime if the guys going out and doing it. Because I wasn't real happy. We still have trash laying up there by the dumpsters from the Christmas in our hometown. Not by the dumpsters, by the trash cans around town. There was trash bags laying up there. There were broken light lanterns, chairs. There was all kinds of stuff. So that could be anything. I talked with Melissa. We've done it before in the past about including a dumpster fee. We could take a small half-yard dumpster from the wastewater plant, drop it off at the courthouse. Say it's an extra $30 or $25 to use it, and then we'll drop it off, pick it up, put your trash in there. But I got phone calls calling me in the middle of the afternoon. I can't get down Westcott Street. You got this street? I said, guys, they're having their run. I can't help it. How are we supposed to get to the VFW? You have to go around. I don't know. It's not on me, but I mean, so I can see the wintertime maybe, summertime's gonna be tough with closing these side streets down.
Yeah, and I don't think it should be closed down. That's where I think the event coordinators need to come in. They have people directing traffic.
Yeah.
And if they're running at Market Street and you get to Westcott, you're holding up the traffic.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have people on both sides of Westcott to command zones or whatever to do that.
So we don't need to close it down.
You can't just shut it all the way down and not let people get up down the roads, because some of the people, they gotta get somewhere to get to their house. Right. So
I just think we would come in and provide more for the bigger intersections. We wouldn't be worried about the small ones. Most of them probably go down Market. I don't think we would be concerned about. I feel like that should go back on them myself. But I feel like it's something we need to discuss going further, because what is this, like 3 or 4 of them now?
So is that something you think we need to get together and get this done before we approve this then, so we can say that? Or?
I would at least give them their date so that they can start their marketing programs and stuff. But, when I talked to Allison at the middle school, and I can't remember what this lady's name is, saying there's a possibility we may be modifying your route.
Yeah.
Because, and then putting more direction because, like I said, I saw the street closure too, like you did. how they pick it up and stuff, but that they need to be more responsible for manning those intersections.
Yeah.
If you're gonna stay in town, you gotta man the intersections.
I mean, I don't mind it, and I don't mind it. I don't mind the help a little bit, but there again, you know, my guys are on call enough. I don't want them standing and saying every time there's a 5K run that they got to stand at an intersection. I might wait until the 5K run's over with. You know.
Right. Right.
But,
I think we need to avoid that, but
yes.
that's why we need to come up with something. I don't want to push anyone out, right?
No, no.
I love having these things in our town.
Yes.
But we're becoming more popular. We just need to get something more set, I think. And it doesn't have to be decided right now. It's something we don't think about. But I'm good with it having the date. Right. So.
So hopefully, maybe during this winter solstice stuff, we can start trying to get a policy together. You guys lay out a run, like what a 5K is. I don't even know how. I'm not running, so I have no idea.
No,
So,
I might talk.
and then you know we can come up with like, okay, you need to provide these many people to for these many intersections. You need to have this, but here's the cost that's going to be affiliated with this.
Right.
You know, we might not be able to do it here with these people because they've already paid their fees and all that stuff. They've already paid that.
Yeah.
But going further, like when we want to get, I think we need to hurry up and get this done before July 4th.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The fun run. Because they're going to bring in, they have that outside source that comes in and tries to lay it out where, and we've had issues where they've been up and around the VFW.
I did hear that's changing. They're going back to.
Oh, they are going back to the route? Okay.
But there again, we'll still have to help them with, putting some stuff out.
No, for sure.
Brownsville Avenue and all that. So I mean, it's not nothing major, but it's still, we're going to need to probably.
I mean, I'd be more happy to get with you guys.
Yep.
We can go over this stuff, whatever.
Sure.
We'll get together, but you guys want to work on that then as time goes on, but want to approve this now? If so, we'll need a motion for the date. Or we can put it off. It's whatever you guys want to do.
Make a motion to approve the neighborhood health center 5K run estimate.
You understand? So, all in favor? All right.
And then, you guys, we're gonna, sorry getting the bank reconciliations to you so late, but I got them done, late Thursday afternoon, so. Trying to get year in so I can get this stuff going.
You had a minute to recover those. We'll need a motion to accept that as well.
motion to approve the bond reconciliations. Do we have a second?
All in favor?
Okay, and real quick, it's on your agendas, however. Matt, since I'm gonna be out next week, or this coming week, we're having our luncheon, town luncheon. It's Monday the 22nd. What time?
Noon.
Noon. We'll close the office down for 2 hours, from noon to 2, or somewhere around in there, and we're gonna have it here. So it's a pitch-in. So if anybody's interested, Sherry's got the sign-up sheet. But we'll have it here this year. Everybody's welcome to come.
Does anyone have anything further for discussion?
Oh, we have to do this.
Oh, I think that's perfect.
Hey, Bills.
Don't do that when I got my.
Just a reminder, at the next meeting, we will be appointing a president and vice president at the next meeting.
I think that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
Not any motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Merry Christmas, everybody.